What's going on, everybody? Ultimo Gallows here. We're getting near the end of December. I've hit every show I'm gonna hit this year. Let's get into that. Top 10. I mean, I've been doing usually top 5 matches and a couple honorable mentions. And I think the past 2 years it's been. You see a little rain here. I'm out walking at night. It's probably about 2 o'clock in the morning. Coach Bales will come join me. Well, this year he did not get to make as many shows. A bunch of stuff changed. He just ain't as free as he used to be. So it's all right, cool. And I just figured, screw it, I'll do it by myself this year. I got 10 matches here, a couple honorable mentions. So let's go to my honorable mentions first. All right, and the newest match on here, and this just happened as of recording a few days ago, it'd be December 9th. Ocean Springs, Mississippi, AWA Pro. And this was a title match. It was the AWA Pro Alabama champion, Nightmare Jeremiah. This is like 13th defense of the title since he won it, taking on the Judge RJW. Really good match. Go watch it. It's up on the YouTube channel. Definitely seeing almost good enough to make the top 10 list. All right. And speaking of Nightmare Jeremiah and AWA Pro in Ocean Springs, next honorable mention, this will be from, it says April 8th. Ocean Springs, AWA Pro. And this one is up on my channel. I know one of the guys in it's got it up on his channel. This is Nightmare Jeremiah right before he won that title, taking on Ray Fury, who y'all might know. His name kind of got big just recently. He appeared on NWA Power and the whole thing about WWE using the yeet thing, and Ray's been doing that for years. So you can check him out in that matches up on the channel. Every one of these matches is up on the channel. All right, let's see here. That's how cold it is, folks. That's my breath smoking. All right. Now, this next one, this is June 10th. This was a hot show. You know what? I'm going to walk this way. I'm going to head over towards NAM. And this will be Chris Blatt taking on Frankie Thomas. This is a Battlezone Championship Wrestling. This will be Braxton, Mississippi. This match, man, it's just an old school, classic Southern style match. Heel versus face. And it was one where, I'm going to be straight up honest, I knew this match. I was like, I've seen these guys face each other before. It was one of those shows where it was hot. I wasn't feeling real good. I was like, I'm going to take a break during this one. But I figured that was going to be my match to take a break on. And one of the guys in it asked me for a show. So, would you mind recording? Yeah, okay, I'll film it. And I'm glad I did. Oh. It's probably about 40 out here. I'm bundled up, folks. Don't worry. I got my mask on. All right, so let's get into our actual proper top 10. And now, I didn't mention, before I get my top 10, I'm going to mention, years before, it'd be Battlezone, it'd be SWA, I might hit like an Ego show or BIW. I added so many feds this year to the list. AWA Pro, the Gulf Coast Wrestling, Law, SWO. Law's All-Star Wrestling. SWO is like Southern Wrestling Organization. So let's get here. Let's see, number 10. Matter of fact, it's a Law match. Excuse me, this will be July 28th, McGee. This will be the Law Return Show, Law All-Star Wrestling. It did about 3 or 4 shows in like 2019, 2020. Took a little break during the pandemic. And because the promoter, if I remember right, the promoter's wife had like twins. And came back, and they're doing about 4 shows a year. And they're kind of like they're a match heavy fed. I mean, you're not going to get a lot of storyline. You're going to get a lot of matches. Kind of imagine like if you had a PWG down in the deep south, that would be Law. This match is his main event too. Is for the title. It was Ray Fury, just mentioned him, versus Vladimir Koloff, a name that'll probably pop up again on here at least one more time. Vladimir Koloff. Wow, just really good match, real hard hitting match, fun to watch. All right, number 9, another Law match. Actually, is a more recent match. This is the only match from December that made my list. And this will be the Law Zero Gravity Champion. The first one, Wes Warren, who I saw him win the belt at the McGee July 28th show. But this is from McGee again. This is December 1st, 2023. And Wes is defending the belt against Isaiah Zane. Now, Wes is one of these guys, I've been seeing him around here for a while. He just gets better and better and better. I can remember when he first started, I'm like, okay, I don't know what's going on here, but maybe. And now he's one of the guys where I see his name listed, odds are I'm going to film his match. Isaiah Zane, never heard of the guy until Want to say it was early this year. First time I saw him was like an SWA show. And I've seen him at Gulf Coast and a few other places. But definitely check that one out. All right, number 8. Another Ocean Springs show. I went to Ocean Springs a lot this year. September 8th, AWA Pro. Just another title defense to be the Charles West. Might be the only time he shows up on this list. Not sure about that. Defending, at the time, his AWA Pro Mississippi title against Richard Holiday. The MLW is the Dynasty. Richard Holiday. This was great. This is one of them shows where I was like, I can't miss this. Richard Holiday and Alexander Hammerstone were on the event. And Holiday versus Charles West was just so good. Because Charles West is kind of he's one of those modern hybrid wrestlers. He looks like a power wrestler, but he kind of works at him with other stuff. And him versus Holiday was just like, wow. Because I had a chance to meet Richard Holiday. I want to say it was last year, and I missed the show. I got sick and missed the show. All right. Number 7. And this is both guys, the only appearance on the list. This Fed, I think, appears at least one more time. This Town might. And it's the highest viewed match this year. This will be Danny Chance versus Exodus Prime. First time I've seen Exodus, seen Danny many times. Got an interview with him on here. And this is BIW Brookhaven, August 12th. This match stands out for 2 reasons. One, just a damn good match. I've never seen Exodus before. And Danny's one of them guys where I'm going to film this match every time. Every time. He always gives everything. Leaves it all in the ring. And after the match was over, and we all kind of, I had a feeling this was coming. Danny got the mic and gave a little speech about how he's going to be a father soon. He can't travel as much. He's going to mostly stick to Texas, but he will be back to see us Brookhavenians again. And got a big round of applause, but just a damn good match. Like, I'll check out Exodus Prime all over YouTube now. All right, number 6, and this will be the first appearance of a Fed that just started this year. This is the Gulf Coast Championship Wrestling. They run Bay St. Louis. This is a July 15th show. And this is Nightmare Jeremiah defending the AWA Alabama Heavyweight Championship against Draven Lee. I think he's like the Freak Mayor, the Freak. I can't remember what they call him. Big old jacked up dude, covered with tattoos, scarred up, got dreads. Just looks like, kind of reminds me of the big muscled up dude in the Misfits. Was that Doyle? The one dude was just like jacked. It's like, wow. And these two, I knew going in it was going to be crazy. I've seen Nightmare, many times. I've seen Draven Lee a few times. This is like my 3rd time seeing him. Dude's impressive. He ended up, these two fought, the Gulf Coast Arena is an old country and western bar that they've converted into a wrestling name. They've left like the bar still up, the VIP section still up, the ring's in the middle, like where the dance floor was. These two brawled from the ring out through the crowd, ended up fighting on top of the bar with Draven applying a figure 4 on Nightmare grabbing a plastic spork off the bar, stabbing Draven and Lee repeatedly to let go. Then Nightmare's like eating whatever's left on the fork off. Go watch this match. This match was great. It was a blast. I had so much fun with that one. Okay, hold on. Oh, wow, okay. And this will be Battlezone's first appearance on my list. And this was Widowfest 2023, night 2. That'd be March 25th, Richland, Mississippi, because Battlezone was Richland, Brax. They were in a couple different areas. This will probably be, for people out there that ain't from the area, these would probably be the 2 biggest names on the list. The only match where you might have heard both people. This would be, at the time, NWA World Women's Champion Camille taking on LaFisto. And this is the reason I went to that show. I mean, there's another match on that show that I had to see, but this one right here, I'm like, oh man, when am I going to get to see LaFisto again? I think she's retiring. I think I'd heard that. Like, after that, I got to meet her, got to meet Camille, talked to both of them, talked to LaFisto a little more than Camille, but really good. Go watch it, because, I think both ladies picked up on, once they got out there, that the crowd had no idea who either one of them was. So they're, okay, I got to play up as the baby, I got to play up as the heel. And it worked. Okay, hey. Now, I don't like the town. I'm not a fan of Gula. Yes, I know it's called Pascagoula, but that town don't get a pass, so it's just Gula to me. This will be AWA Pro. Number 4 here. This is going to be the one-man Wolfpack Loco Lobo, Mr. 500 Barry Wolf, taking on game changer Christian Blake. Not Blake Christian, Christian Blake. He spells it with an X instead of the Christ part. If people don't know, it's actually in the Bible somewhere. X is short for Christ. This is AWA Pro, like I said, Pascal. This match kind of surprised the crap out of me. I didn't know till afterwards, but these guys have been wanting to face each other for quite a while. And they just went out there. And the thing about it was Barry had been in AWA Pro a couple of times before. He's always a heel. It was like little small stuff. Christian, I think it was his first appearance, and the crowd loved him. All right, number 3. This is Law Starter Wrestling, McGee, Mississippi, July 28th. You have Reality of Wrestling's Fly Death, just an amazing tag team. Taking on the Rapture, based out of Florida, who I've never seen, but people said they've been on like AW Dark, AW Elevation, stuff like that. I love tag teams. And this match, it stole the show, and I expected it to. This match, because it was supposed to be Fly Death versus Wasted Generation. Last minute, Wasted Generation pulled out. I know somebody local got contacted and said, hey, find yourself a partner. You'll face Fly Death, which would have been an interesting match. Not a styles clash, but an interesting match. They couldn't find a partner in time, and Rapture came through at the last minute and stole the show. Stole the show. All right, number 2. Oh, man. Match I never thought I'd see. Never thought this match would happen. Shocked the crap out of me. It did. And this is in Richland, Mississippi. This is Battlezone Championship Wrestling, Widowfest, Night 2 again. This is going to be Nightmare Jeremiah versus Referee Obama. Oscar Obama. For those who don't know, old Referee Obama. Referee down this area, he does resemble the former president a little bit, and his name is Oscar Obama, so Obama. B-O-M-A, spelled a little different. Him and Nightmare have been clashing for a while. Like, there's been quite a few matches where Obama would, like, do something, Nightmare would just intimidate him. There's been a little thing going, and this was the culmination of that, because the night before, there was a big match, and it looked like Nightmare was going to win, and Obama just super kicked Nightmare. Nightmare got pinned. So these two went in there and just gave it all. They went all, they did everything. You got to go watch this. I'll say about everyone is, but this one and my top 3, you better at least go watch. My top 4, my top 5, hell, all 10, but this one's like, man, it was so good. Just so good. It was everything I was expecting and more. And like I told Referee Obama afterwards, I'll send him, as soon as I got the match up, I'll send him a copy. He's like, here's a copy. I was like, yes, I was like, dude, you walked into that ring of man and walked out a warrior. You got the living shit beat out of you. It kept on coming back for more. And the thing about it is, if you don't know these guys, okay, Nightmare's 6'1", 2", something like that, and close to 300 pounds. Obama's 5'6", 90 pounds sick and what, with a brick in each pocket, a pair of Timberlands on. So it was definitely a clash, but it worked. All right, my number 1, and God, match I've been waiting for, and there's some history to it. Well, hello, pup. What you doing out? Just ran into a stray dog. Or maybe one of the neighbor's dogs out. And this one I went all the way down to home, Louisiana. It's the only match on my list from outside the state this year, because I only went to Louisiana's on. I went to West Monroe for BIW, and I went to Houma, Louisiana. If you know you're in Houma, you're either going to be there for Elite, which don't really exist anymore, or Pro Wrestling 225. And a little bit of history on this. Back in the day, a couple of years ago, I might have made my match of the year list. We had in Brookhaven, it was title versus, retirement versus hair in title match. Southern champion, BIW Southern Heavyweight Champion, Steve Anthony, exclamation point, taking on APOC, Adam Asher, the Apocalypse. And the thing was, if APOC lost, he had to retire from BIW. If Steve Anthony lost, he had to shave his head. And Steve don't have a lot of hair. He keeps it fairly short, a little bit longer than I keep mine. For those that have seen my hair. During this match, Steve played possum. Steve faked an injury and like had everybody believing. And the story I've been told is the only people in that room that knew he was faking was him and his kids. That's the story I've been told. And I mean, I think everybody knows it's Vordell Walker's shoot job. He's a firefighter EMT. So when they thought Steve was down, Vordell and another wrestler who's a nurse come running out and check on him. And Steve kind of didn't tell them anything. I'm across the dam right now, folks. You see look at all this mist in the air. You hear the dam. So all of a sudden, after they check on him, they get ready to call for an ambulance. Steve pops up and match goes on, and Vordell was not happy about it and let people know he was not happy. And then there was a series of videos where Vordell showed up at Steve's house calling him out, and Steve's like, no, I'm retired. And finally, Vordell got Steve to come out of retirement, and as soon as I found I was like, I got to get to Houma. And thankfully, my buddy who I usually ride with had a match that night, so I got to go to Houma and see this match. And put it this way, this was one of those matches where you're going to see a match everybody expects to be something amazing when the locker room empties out and goes and sits and watches it. Most shows, I don't know how many people know this, most shows the wrestle, I mean, WWF big groups like that, they have a tap and a feed in the back where they can see the matches as they're going on. Most little indies, they usually don't. A lot of times these guys don't see their matches till they get somebody filmed and put it up, or they don't see their match. Well, I watched people come out of the back for this main event and watch. Matter of fact, one of the guys joined me up on the balcony. You kind of hear him a little bit on commentary while I'm talking. This match, oh man. And it's not a perfect match. I'll give it that. It's not perfect. There's a little bit at the end that kind of, it's like, okay, it's a little flaw. Not a major, just a little minor flaw. But that's it. That's my top 10 with a couple honorable mentions. And I just want to give thanks to, and hopefully I remember to name every fed here. Let's see, BIW, AWA Pro, the Gulf Coast Wrestling, SWA, SWO, Lost Art of Wrestling, Battlezone Championship Wrestling, Pro Wrestling 225. Think that is it. That's all the feds. And give a quick shout out to Jeremy and Big Sam and Bayless for being in transportation when I didn't want to drive or couldn't drive. And everybody else, if y'all come up to the table and talked or bought some or come bullshit, this shows you I appreciate you. Getting ready to end this. I'm going to finish up my walk here, folks, but thank you. And if you from the area or you watch this, list down below. List like the top 5 matches you saw live in person. Because, my top, honestly, I couldn't even tell you my top 5, 10 matches I saw total this year. I really can't. I'd have to go, figure out what all pay-per-views and stuff I watched this year. But I'm out, everybody. Laters.